Hey guys, so today I want to talk to you about how I do a whole week's worth of laundry in a single day. We live in a really old house. It was built in the 1880s and we live up in the attic. So we have basically two bedrooms and a large closet-sized entry room to ourselves. And the laundry room is all the way, so we're up 3 flights of stairs. The laundry room is all the way on the bottom floor outside in its own exterior building, basically. Um, and so we don't have a whole lot of space up here to have laundry just sitting around in baskets or anything like that. That would drive me absolutely crazy. So I do my best to do all three of our laundry one day a week, and I just do laundry that day, and that is all I do. So you've seen already that I have house chores, and I try to do everything once a week. I don't try to do everything more than once a week because it isn't realistic for our family and for how I do things. So once a week is sufficient for me. So I vacuum or hoover once a week, I dust once a week, and I do laundry once a week. I do house laundry, so I do sheets and towels every other week, so I don't have to do that every week. But I do end up averaging somewhere between 5 and 7 loads of laundry every week. So I do that all in one day, and this is how I do it. So usually on the week that I do house laundry, sheets and towels and stuff, so I do my laundry on Tuesdays. So on Monday night, I try to go ahead and change the sheets and get all of the extra bits and pieces together. So like we keep some laundry in our son's room, so I'll go ahead and get that out. We do cloth diaper, and so I'll go ahead and get his cloth diaper bag out and put it out here and in the entry room, and I'll change our sheets and I'll change his sheets and blankets, and so all of that part is done. So I don't have to do laundry and do that on Tuesday. I try to do that on Monday sometime if I have time. It doesn't always happen. And then if I have time as well, I try to go ahead and sort my laundry loads. So I know I almost always have at least 2 loads of dark because we just have more dark clothes than anything else. And then I can usually pull together like one colors load and one white load. On sheets and towels day, I definitely have room for that. On not sheets and towels day, sometimes those loads end up combining. It just depends on what got worn that week, honestly. So I go ahead and do that, and then if I can't do that, then I do that Tuesday morning. If I am able to do that on Monday, then on Tuesday morning when I wake up, before my son wakes up, I will go ahead and go start one load of laundry. Now, I will say that unlike other people, because we live in a very large house with a lot of people, we have access to 2 washing machines. But I typically end up using one washing machine just for cloth diapers for the whole day because I have to run it twice and the loads typically take more than 2 hours. So I usually end up running the washing machine for between 4 and 5 hours during the day. And in that time, I can run the washer 4 to 5 times, which is all I need most days. So we start one washing machine on cloth diapers, and then I'll use the other washing machine for everything else. So if you are not cloth diapering, then you could do this with just one washing machine. So I'll start my one load, and then I set a timer on my phone. We have a washing machine that tells us how long a wash cycle is, so I know it's going to take a little over an hour. So I set my timer for an hour because I never stop what I'm doing immediately as soon as the timer goes off. I set my timer for an hour when I've started the washer, and then I go and I do other things. And when that timer goes off, I try to do the best I can to come down and rotate laundry. So I will take a load down with me and then switch it out, put what needs to go in the dryer, and then bring up here and hang what needs to be hung, because some of our clothes are hanging clothes only. They can't be put in the dryer. And then I'll set another timer for an hour. And if I know that I'll have time, then I will set first a timer for the dryer when I know the dryer is going to be done, because it doesn't usually take us long to dry clothes, especially if it's only half a load. If the other half is hanging. And then I can get those out of the way before I rotate for the next load. And I try and stay on that. I do no other house chores on Tuesday other than laundry. So that way I'm not distracted. There's nothing else taking my priorities. On Tuesday I do laundry and I don't do anything else. And that is really a help for me. And then I make sure that that night, or even when the clothes are done, I come upstairs and I'll fold them, and I'll just sit in my son's room while he plays and I fold clothes, and he's perfectly fine with that. Yes, sometimes he comes over and he plays in the laundry basket, or he, wants to know what's going on and he's interested, but he's just over 1, and so he's still not super into what's going on, so he's not fussed about it. But as long as I'm in the room, he's fine. So I will bring my laundry up, and then when he wakes up or whatever, I'll fold laundry while I'm in there with him, and that's really a great way for me to do it. And that way, at the end of the day, I fold whatever's left, but I have gone from piles of dirty laundry to clothes clean and dry and put away by the end of the day. The only exception is the hanging clothes. They don't usually dry in one day. They typically need to dry overnight, and then the next day I'll fold those and put them away. Again, while my son is playing, I'll fold clothes. And so that is how I do 3 people's laundry in one day. If you don't work from home or you work out of the home, this probably isn't going to work for you, because when you are home during the week, you have other things to do besides a whole week's worth of laundry. So you're going to have to do laundry, however you're already doing it. But if you do work from home or you stay at home, then this could actually work for you. It works really well for us. So I hope this is helpful for you. I know that it's not rocket science, but I didn't realize it was possible until I just fought for it. And so I just love to share what I learned and how I learned to do things. And so I hope this is helpful for you guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Let me know if you have any questions as well. Thanks, guys. Bye.